and 16.
I guess today, you know, everybody is entitled to their own style and he can really go all the way with it, and this allows people to do whatever they want, to mix worlds however they choose to do it.
When did you come to this shop?
To this shop almost 4 years ago, just when this area was really in its beginning stages of development.
Tell us a bit about the design of the shop. There's obviously some sort of butcher influence.
This is something everybody asks about. Yeah, it is butcher influenced. I think it's from the same place of trying to display something as delicate as jewelry on a massive display, and it just struck me that I need a display that's protected with glass, and it struck me that the cheese or meat refrigerator has these same qualities. So this is how it started, and then everything kind of was built around it. I try to search for different kind of materials than the ones that are expected to be seen or found in jewelry. Well, I love to find vintage elements that already come with some kind of story or meaning to it, and something that you can really get from just looking or touching the material itself. And this is a big inspiration when I'm using this material, and I try to combine it with something that's more modern, more today, to bring it out of its context and make something new of this old material. Sometimes I would just use it as an inspiration and not even in the product itself, like in the watch mechanisms. So we started out using the real inside parts of watches that I took apart, but now we're actually we changed some of the parts and we're producing them ourselves out of silver and brass and 9-karat gold, and this is really making a new organism out of the old one. I really came to this world by total chance, I think. I was an athlete when I was young, and I didn't really know where to continue from there. At a pretty young age, I started, just playing around with materials. Me and my friend, who also built this company with me in the beginning, we just really started playing with whatever materials we had laying around and taking from here and here and there and coming up with something. And this is pretty much how it began. And this is also how I learned what I do. I never went to formal education. These are my favorite pieces, as well as this one. I relate to them as small statues, and this is how I build them. So as when the structure is more interesting or is more reflecting of the mechanism, that's when I think it's more successful. I also like to mix very different materials together. I like to mix leather with really soft metals, really delicate romantic elements with big massive elements. I like the contrasts and the tension that forms. It was just this period in my life when I was attracted to weapons, and that's when the weapon collection came out. Actually, I usually have, this is one of the timepieces, but usually I have on my sword something that's very powerful but portrayed in a delicate way. There is also this one, which is like the rosemary beads necklace that priests wear. So this is really a takeoff on that, except there's a sword and not a cross. And people think it's a cross all the time, so I like the double meaning of this. Inspirations really change. It comes a lot in dreams, actually. I do dream a lot of the collections up, and sometimes if I'm not falling asleep, that's when the best things come.